Light is dangerous at night here because it tends to draw the wandering dead. Dozens of skeletal, half-armored creatures now tearing their way, at which point you transform into a rhinoceros. You watch as Tyrell's forms behind him. You glance over your shoulder just as the vine whips around you and grasps around your throat. It is a clay sculpture of what looks like a frog with a painted grin and bright eyes, and it looks to be a doorway with stairs that lead towards its belly. At this point, you guys glance behind you as you've just hit the bottom, and there, rushing up, you see about a dozen of these waist-high, bright green humanoid frogs with these jet black eyes, holding short bows, spears, and they all just come charging up and stopping about 10 feet away from you, pointing their various bows pulled open, and there are various weapons going.
Are they beasts?
Actually, you still have tongues on because it lasts for an hour.
Yes.
All right.
We mean no harm. We're your friends. We're I don't know.
We have gold.
Anything else?
We got gold. Say that.
Alrighty.
We need a long rest.
Yeah.
So you see the one that's saying this noise has piecemeal leather armor, and they're all armored primarily, and they're intense, but they're not being overtly aggressive. And the one that's speaking, you guys hear these series of croaks. You hear it going, "You, what's your business?"
Well, we're travelers. We're looking. We're here to stop this evil that's in the forest. Do I tell them everything? I don't know. Sure enough. Yeah. That's it.
I don't know, we're escaping.
Yeah. And we were escaping. We were just being
Sanctuary.
chased by some undead.
Okay.
And we're seeking sanctuary. Please do not take us as an offense or anything.
Sanctuary may be offered. However, you must meet with our king. He must approve it.
Okay.
I'm down with
Can you please bring us to your king?
Follow.
And it gives a couple shouts to the other frogs, saying,
Weapons down! Weapons down!
We're gonna meet
Friends
the
of
king,
frogs.
you guys. There's a king apparently.
Easy as that.
At this point, they kind of open, they part to two sides and let you guys step through with the one that was speaking with you, kind of urges you on. Their weapons are down, but they're all still being very cautious, and as you guys step past, they close and flank you in a semicircle, just being very trained and very watchful of your movements. You have heard of these creatures. You've crossed a couple in the wild when you were younger and barely escaped. They're referred to as grungs.
Grungs.
They are
evil, or
to the best of your knowledge, they're slippery, very cunning creatures.
Okay.
Not good or evil, just wanting to be protected, left alone, and will hunt whatever comes too close to their way. They are generally a little fucked up in the head. They're a little evil. They're a little intent on whatever is best for their society and their civilization.
Okay.
However, the fact they're even interfacing with you,
Right.
even having this conversation, and haven't already threatened you to the ground, bound you, and dragged you back to their pods means that something's different about this.
Well, this is a seriously civilized little I mean,
Somewhat
like they've got a big
civilized.
statue and fresh water and all that stuff.
There was a culture built in this little alcove.
Knowing all the information, I keep my hands away from my weapons and I'm respectful.
Okay. You guys are brought deeper into this opening here, and you can see up above all of the various boughs of the trees all tie together into a central place, like a giant knotted chandelier in the center. The only light that emanates through is what's left to trickle down from the sky itself. You're led through this city where you see dozens and dozens of these same huts and hovels that you notice from a distance, and they're all, maybe 6 feet tall and about 10 to 15 feet wide, and they seem to be various abodes for the creatures there. And you see the green ones that approached you, you now see There are also ones that are orange in color, but they seem to be more heavily armored and more patrolling as guards. And as soon as you guys begin to approach, a number of them kind of follow up and join the ranks to the side. There is definitely a sense of protectiveness of their people and their culture here, and while you are strangers that at the moment seem to be, at least in a conversational-based accord, they're being careful.
Is there a magic armor shop in this frog society?
Make a perception check.
Bingo. No.
How many hit points do you have?
10.
Okay. As we're being led, I just make my way over to him and I say, "A gift from my queen," and I give you 10 hit points.
Thanks, Queen. And 10, you said?
Yep.
Thank you. That is going to help infinitely. So I got a 2.
Right.
So I'm fine.
These huts all look the same. They got one architect, and he just likes a lot of sticks and wood and mud. So yeah, now you cannot able to ascertain too much. And as soon as you start staring too much, one of them kind of pokes you with the blunt end of a pike and goes and pushes you back with the rest of the group.
Man, he's being feisty. All right.
You guys are then led towards the edge of this large pool in the center of this opening. And there before you, you see the large clay and tile temple of the frog. Its big white square teeth painted across these tile chunks that are kind of placed together as a tapestry of various crafted tile pieces, jigsawed together to form the exterior and shape of this frog. The eyes are on the sides of it and seem to be bulbous and black. The doorway that leads up from the stairs, in order to even get to the stairs, you have to descend into the edge of this pool up to your knees, and the water is cold as soon as you splash in. You lead yourself up the stairs and eventually to this doorway. As you enter the belly doorway of this frog, you find yourself in one large hollow room, the interior of this shrine. It's the best way I can describe it now. You see a number of torches that are placed in the walls that kind of burn very, very slow embers, like they've been lit for quite some time and haven't been replaced yet. There's a smell of smoke and like a fungusy smell. As your eyes adjust to the interior darkness, you look before you and immediately there's a small pool right in the front that you kind of have to step around. And you watch as all the frogs avoid this pool. The inside is this clear blue water, and you see within the inside of the water, the entire floor of it is just suffused with bioluminescent fungus and mushrooms. This like light bluish purple hue that's emanate from it. And as you approach and move around it, you can see it lighting up your companions from underneath, kind of giving the shape of your faces and bodies as you're pushed around the outskirts. Beyond that, there's about 24 more of these small frog-like creatures, these grungs, and they're all in some semblance of prayer. And then as soon as they notice your arrival, they all scurry back to the edges and kind of leave the central area open. You better ask questions.
Can I use my divine sense to sense good and evil, desecration or consecration? And I'm fiend, celestial, undead also.
Okay. You gather no fiend, celestial, undead sources, but you get the sense that most every creature here by nature leans towards the evil scale.
My kind of people.
As you're led through this mass of creatures to the center, you see this raised platform about 10 feet up, where on top there is this pool, like a bowl of fresh water. Next to it, you see one larger orange frog creature that's been sitting to the side that has a bow and a blade, and this one has a stature of it, like a royal guard of these people, and it's watching you all very closely as you approach. Atop of this platform, you see, perched with the legs dangling over, a somewhat corpulent-looking grung, bigger than the others, but its skin is a bright gold in color. And atop its head, you see a thin golden circlet that wraps around the top. You can see its eyes kind of blink as the various layers of skin peel back in different patterns. Its giant mouth kind of as you approach, and it puts its hand forward. All the small little chirps and croaks you heard from the frogs around you all go silent. And it gets up close to the edge and kind of rights itself, puts its hands over its knees and looks down upon you. And begins talking and talking. You guys can't understand any of this except for you.
I bow, or I kneel.
You kneel?
I bow. Yeah, I kneel.
Okay. You guys watch as
I follow
Jamali.
suit.
Yeah, I do whatever the frogs do.
Okay, Jamila kneels. The rest of you kind of kneel in place, and as soon as you begin to kneel, the forceful presence of this, you assume at this point the king they were referring to, his tone goes from to. He
Cocky
immediately
bastard.
gets a little more pleasant and a little more open to your presence. And what you hear, if you should wish to translate to the
Yes.
group as it comes
Well,
along.
I didn't kneel.
Everyone
I won't kneel before a false god that is not Tiamat.
Got it.
I won't. So you guys can kneel.
That means all eyes
I'm
are on you.
standing. Fine.
Alrighty.
Fine. I won't do it.
But the king says,
Strangers, wanderers, captured guests,
Captured guests.
by what pleasure do we have your presence in Donglong?
We mean you no harm. We stumbled upon your kingdom as we were trying to escape these undead creatures and the vines surrounding you, and we just grant passage. We just want to get through. We're on a mission to find this lost city, and there's specifically a tomb in that lost city. You wouldn't have to know anything about that, would you?
I know much about this jungle. However, your presence is fortuitous. It must be seen. You are sent to aid us in the great ritual.
What is the great ritual?
What's
You guys didn't hear that. What is the great ritual?
What's he saying?
You come here as friends, yes?
Yeah.
I offer you sanctuary. I offer you guidance to this city. You seek
And what do you ask from us?
your aid in the ritual.
What is
to
the ritual?
bring to me my beloved. To bring to me my queen.
What's he
He
saying?
wants our
Kalak?
help. He says that we stumbled upon here fortuitously, and that he wants us to help him bring his beloved somehow back.
Clyde, question.
Frog
I'm
queen.
getting real strong. Gonna sacrifice us vibes.
Yeah, me too.
Same thing with you, or
He's acting like he means us no harm, but the word ritual kind of scared me. He used that. I forgot to tell you.
Can
I
we,
forgot to.
Can
He
we
said
tell
ritual.
if he's lying to us or
Ask him to
fooling us?
describe
yeah, make an insight check. With disadvantage for all of you that
Yeah.
don't have tongues.
Can you please describe the ritual?
15 with insight, 17
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah, we haven't even fought monkeys
That
yet.
side of me- You don't want to fight him.
You gather he seems on the level
It's a real deal.
as much as you can.
Yeah.
You do notice as he looks around he's distracted.
Okay.
His eyes dart around, and while he seems jovial at times he goes dark. And there's this very manic essence to his behavior, even in just the short conversation. And he
I
goes,
feel really bad for this chick. Whoever she's
I, the
I got a
great
chick.
King Rook,
the queen.
wish to be reunited with my queen.
He wants to be reunited with his queen.
Is she still
His-
alive?
her name's Nang Nang.
Goddess, she lies beyond the veil.
She's a goddess. She lies beyond the veil. Hold on.
Bring her back with your help.
How are you going to bring her back with our help? He says he wants to bring her back with our help.
sacrifice.
he's gonna sacrifice
right.
something. I can tell.
What does he want?
What do you want?
Tomorrow or tonight, whenever the preparations
Tomorrow or tonight,
are
whenever the prep is ready. What? Excuse me?
we will reach across the veil.
He's going to reach across the veil.
What the fuck is the veil, bro?
I don't know. Sounds bad.
My priestess has prepared the proper spell, and we will
Priestess,
give
prepared spell.
performances. We will bring the tithing rope across and drag her to me, and our love will be complete. You were brought here to aid.
Oh, he wants us to go across the veil with like a rope, I think. That sounds bad.
Is that a metaphor for life?
Is the veil the river?
Is the veil the river? I think no.
Is the veil the cold
I'm thinking like
embrace of
between
death?
life and death. Yeah, that's what I'm
will
thinking.
step across on her own when beckoned.
Okay.
Super metal, but yeah, it's scary.
Sounds
The
like
veil of death.
we don't have to go.
With
We just have to hold the rope.
Oh, do we have to go anywhere, or do we just hold the rope?
You will aid in the ritual here.
How?
okay.
Okay.
How do we?
How do we aid in the ritual here?
You will talk to my priestess. Kruk will tell you how.
Okay. Go back to when you were nice. We're still nice.
And if this succeeds, I will treat you as guests.
Wow.
Okay.
What a shitty trade-off.
Yeah, what if it doesn't? You didn't hear any of this.
Well, he'll
And
tell
if
us
he's
stuff we
lying,
need to
I
know.
I don't like
Split
the
him
tone
into-
of his voice.
Okay.
What did he say, Clyde?
Will not fail.
So he wants us to do this. If we succeed, he'll let us stay here. It'll be all good, and if it doesn't, then we're probably in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, he offered sanctuary and
He offered
information.
sanctuary.
Okay, should we
Yeah,
meet
he'll
this
help us
priestess?
maybe possibly find the lost city
Tomorrow.
But who knows if that's bullshit tomorrow or not.
Let's meet the priestess
but
tonight.
my senses, despite knowing what he said, seem like
He's on the up.
he's
now.
on the level.
Right,
That this is,
right.
it's that we'll
Right.
Ask him if
he'll
we
probably
can.
honor it.
But who knows? He's shaking his head.
This is some high
The
bulb
guy
shit.
that's still standing.
some high bulb shit right now
What do you want to do?
for all those Dragonlance fans out there. It's like I'm sensing some King High Bulb here. Look, I'm saying we should rest. We should get back our strength.
That was the thing.
And
He
if he
said,
crosses us, then we destroy them all.
sounds good.
Sounds good.
He said we're either going to do this tomorrow or tonight, possibly. So he said
Tomorrow.
tomorrow first.
Let's
Let's
ask for
push for tomorrow. Can we
Yes.
please do this tomorrow? We've had a long battle, a crazy day. You won't believe the shit that we've seen. Have you been outside here lately? Because there's a
He
bunch
leans
of crazy
forward.
shit
At
out
this
there.
point, you watch the orange guard, then takes the short bow in your direction.
No,
You
but I'm super charismatic while I'm saying all this stuff. You remember?
Make a charisma check.
Nice.
Roll d20, add your charisma modifier.
No problem.
Okay. Get out of the way, you asshole cup. 17.
Okay. Goes, leans back across the pillar and goes,
You will speak with my priestess. If it is ready tonight, the ritual happens tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Until then, you are guests.
He wants us to talk to his priestess, and if she wants us to do the ritual tonight, then it happens tonight. Maybe we'll convince her that maybe we shouldn't do it tonight. But he didn't hear that. But till then, we're his guests, was the other part.
as his throat bellows out, making this large croaking noise, you watch as one frog figure comes charging into the chamber. Of all the green and orange and now gold color, this is the only one you've seen that is deep, deep red, and has some sort of tattered robes across
That's
the
the
shoulders.
priestess.
Poisonous.
Poison.
Red frogs.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool.
As the red frog rushes in, it kneels before and kind of says,
My king, is the ritual complete? Soon enough. Make it sooner. Yes. We have compatriots to help us. Take them. Have them aid. Let my queen come to me tonight.
and the priestess stands up and goes,
Of course. Come, follow.
and turns around and darts out of the chamber in these long strides, at which point the frogs on the sides begin to kind of close in a bit, and the king kind of gives this discursory, leave me type physicality, then leans back into his small pool, which causes the water to kind of overflow a little bit and spill down the sides.
Gross.
Frog voice, by the way.
Thank you.
Right on.
The priestess wants us to follow her.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, what else? What else
What
we
are you
got?
gonna do?
I just
Well, where's the frog lead us?
Come on.
okay.
If
We'll
you-
follow the priestess.
If you guys all follow, and at all times you have like a cadre of about 8 of these green frogs just following you about 15 feet back. They do not let you wander free. They say you're guests, but you're guarded guests.
Do you have a bad feeling about this?
Just don't trust halflings. No matter what race. It's just something about me.
I think you don't
Deep
like
bigotry,
small
yeah.
people.
My character. How many guards are in this room?
In the shrine chamber, you probably have altogether about 20. And you
Yeah,
have
but they're
8
little
that follow you.
frog dicks. They're little tiny guys, right? I mean,
Frog dick.
They're about half your size, yeah.
okay.
There's a new t-shirt. Frog dicks. Dash Calliope.
What are the frogs armed with around us?
From what you see, most of them have some sort of a dagger or short blade. The green ones that are the fully armored ones that are following you, they mostly have short bows or short swords.
Let's get some of those.
Man, we could totally fuck these guys up if we
right.
want to, so.
We'll go to the priestess.
Yeah.
You guys are led back towards the kind of major clusters of hovels and homesteads of these creatures. And there's one that is a larger, more visibly decorated exterior. You can see a lot of paints that are put across it in various symbols. You can see shapes that look like the giant frog face that was on the shrine front. And there are these kind of tattered cloths that block the main entryway. And the priestess kind of hops into it, turns around, pulls it to the side, and goes, "Come." As you guys
Go in.
You all step
Dawn is
inside of
back
this dark interior. And as you step inside, she puts her hand up, and the guards kind of stop and wait patiently.
That's good.
You guys enter inside, you're immediately hit with this really musky smell of mildew and long, rotted, dry meat.
Frog farts.
Oh, plenty of frog farts. This whole place smells of frog farts. You're near Constitution saving throw necessity. And it does have this kind of hard water Pirates of the Caribbean smell for most of the interior.
It's my favorite ride.
Oh yeah. But you
Does
do
stink.
You see within this room there are a number of small vines and ropes that are hanging, carrying what looks like clusters of meat and bone or small tribal trinkets. It's almost like a medicine doctor's interior. You can see symbols and stick figures that are tied and kind of pressed against the wall. There are some rotted books and tomes and scraps of paper that seem to have been gathered. And the priestess, as she pulls you in towards the center of it, goes, you're starting to get pretty close to the end of your spell, by the way.
Oh shit, okay.
So can I ask her?
Can I recast or no? Oh no.
Do you have another 3rd level spell?
Of that?
Well, you can cast 2 3rd level spells today. What level is Lightning Arrow?
Pretty sure it doesn't say here.
Can I just ask her if she speaks? Is this English that we're speaking?
Common.
Common. Hey, do you speak common? It's worth a shot. She seems educated.
Well, let's try to rush her then. So, what would you? Yeah.
Moving along.
What do you want from us?
So,
Is the ritual close?
Lightning Arrow's 3rd level, so you are out of 3rd level spells currently.
Okay.
You would have to take a long rest to get that back.
Okay. How much time do I have to talk to her?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. Go.
Make it quick.
Nice. She thinks he says,
It is fortuitous that you came. With the ritual tonight, I'm worried. King Grog is... I fear he's been taken by madness, and has for some time.
She's glad we're here. That it's fortuitous, and the king's been taken by madness. She fears.
Okay.
I do not believe that this goddess, Yang Yang, will come, or even exists.
She doesn't even think the ritual will work. That the goddess might not even exist, or come, or answer.
What's her plan?
What's her plan?
That's why I would wish to speak with you. If the ritual goes wrong, I fear that I will be punished. All of us may be punished. Who knows the Emperor in madness? He may slaughter us all.
So what should we do instead? she's afraid that it's not going to work, and then blah blah blah. You get it.
I have an idea. And she looks out the window kind of nervously, guards, rushes off and begins like rummaging through things and pulls out this small box, kind of pulls a small piece of twine and unties it, opens it up, and pulls out from the inside what looks like a series of small jars that are kind of have a stoppers in the top.
These are magical paints. Magical pigments.
Magical what?
Pigments.
They're magical pigments, colors.
I've hidden them from the king.
She's hidden them.
I'm seeing if perhaps we can deceive him.
She's thinking of maybe deceiving him, falsifying the
Ritual.
the priest or the ritual.
We just met him, so fine with us.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
Okay.
How?
I don't know. Make him think the goddess does come.
Huh?
How
How
do
did
you-
you know what he said?
How do you know?
Well, okay, so we need him to help us get to the city, unless she knows where it is.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hey, do you know where this lost city is? Have you heard of the lost city that the king was talking to us about? Omu.
Underground city.
There's apparently a tomb that where
I know.
where the ultimate evil exists.
Come with us.
Or if we help fool the king.
Run away with me.
That's a good one.
Do you want to come with us? And then you live.
How do we live out of this, though?
Well, if you tell us how to get out of here.
Well, me. I'll take you there.
Okay. Wow, another deal. She wants us to help her, and then she'll take us there.
Well, why don't we just get out of here? If she comes with us, what does she need
wants it.
help for?
Yeah, if you come with us, what do you need help for?
You can be free of the king
I confused
forever.
her.
She can be free.
You can be free of the king forever if you come with us.
This is my home.
Okay.
My people.
Right. She doesn't want to leave her home or her people. I get it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
How do you want us to help us to explain the colors again?
So the paints, as they do here, you paint them in 2 dimensions and form a desired object as you concentrate on its image.
Oh.
And then what it does
Hentai.
is once you complete the painting, it becomes an actual, like, physical rendition of what it is.
Who's the best artist?
Yeah,
But,
right.
is
They
it,
must take
is it
drawing
living?
classes?
Like it can.
Not living, but you can create structures or things that are reminiscent of what
Oh,
you
that's
painted.
cool.
If you paint a door, it'll become a door. If
Right.
you paint a window, if you paint something, it will become a functional version
So
of
So
what
what
you
is,
paint.
what is
can't
her
paint
idea?
a-
What does she want us
paint
to
the
a
paint?
queen.
creature.
Paint the queen,
Yeah.
right?
This smell that we were
Convincing
smelling and these fungus, is the king tripping? Is he on hallucinogens or something? Is there some way we can maybe get him to be in a different state?
The fungus is part of the ritual. It's part of it.
The fungus is part of the ritual. Well, you heard all that.
At this point, I'm just kind of
Yeah.
we're going through it for the
Okay,
purpose.
got it.
I'm trying to figure it out. Any ideas you have? Anything you can offer to make this as believable as possible? To convince King Rock?
If you
Well, I saw this cartoon where a bunny used to pretend that he's really pretty.
Wasn't
Something
saying.
like that.
Yeah, if you painted a creature with this paint, would it make an illusion that they'd look like someone else? It's just
And do you have disguise self?
Yeah?
Oh.
Do you have stuff like that?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I have disguise self.
Well, there you go.
You want to be a frog queen?
Does she want the,
No, I
do
have
you
really
want-
bad charisma, which is why I asked him first.
Do you want the king dead? Would you like to kill the king?
King holds us together. He is mad. However, without this ritual, without this obsession, causing him to be torn by despair,
Well,
then all is well.
So,
guys, I have a hat of disguise. Could we maybe, if I don't know, combine that with?
Well, my question is, if you put on the hat and he succeeds, then afterwards he's the queen forever? I mean, maybe
here's
that's
what
not
we
the
do.
best.
Right,
The
yeah.
queen meets the king, tells him that he needs to let her go, kisses him passionately,
Or I say I missed you and I stab him in the face.
So look,
But we can't kill him.
We'd
right.
rather not.
Right.
but the only person that we have on our side right now is this priestess.
Right.
So if we paint the priestess to look like the queen,
She can just pretend to be.
she can
Oh, yeah,
pretend to be
she's
the
most
queen. We
likely.
get him high on mushrooms. She pretends to be the queen, but then how do we get to the city? He's so happy that he sends his troops with us to the city.
Or he said he'd tell us about it, and I already kind of am guiding you there, so.
She's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Well,
hey,
what's her
don't forget
idea?
my word.
You need
Ask
a
her if
second
she's
guy.
okay with
I
playing
guess
the
we're all
queen.
are we all
Is she
talking to
okay-
her now,
is she
or am I
okay with
still
playing the
speaking?
queen?
Or
Still
is,
speaking 3, but you're starting to run
Yeah.
towards the very.
Okay.
Is she okay with playing the queen?
Are
or
you
is
okay
there
with playing
someone
the
who
queen?
loves him?
Or is there somebody
Can
who
we
can play
paint
the
you to
queen?
be the queen?
I am too small. I have things to do.
Is there another female frog here that can play the queen? Or like a
Can you
Louis Anderson
can you
type?
conjure that giant frog?
I sure can, but I need a long rest to do it.
The ritual isn't until tonight. We can rest now and awaken when it's time.
I just
Okay.
drop right where
Okay.
I stand. Immediate coma.
Okay. I think if we can do your frog,
I
you can
summon a
control the frog.
I know how to make a sexy frog.
That's
Summon the
plan.
frog. We paint the frog,
And I can rest up and get tongues back too.
and
Right.
you get tongues. You can
Continue
narrate,
to talk.
Exactly.
and then
Who will speak as the queen?
You. You will be the
can you
puppet
cast
master.
tongues on him and
Oh
make him
yes.
speak through the frog?
Yes, absolutely. I can do
you
that.
have to speak
I
through
can
the
touch him and
frog.
cast tongues.
I can. Wait, you can cast it on someone else?
Yes, that's what
How
I said.
persuasive are you? How well can you perform? You must perform.
I'm as persuasive as about a plus
What's your
one.
persuasion?
This spell
Calliope?
grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what
Okay.
it says.
So who's the puppet master?
I've got 9 persuasion.
You're speaking.
Yeah, you're the guy.
You're the princess.
I have
the
7,
queen.
so he's got me beat. Oh, I'm a good performer.
Wait, you
He's good
And I
too,
have
though.
7. I have 7 persuasion, and I'm a performer. So
I don't know. It's not that much different.
What?
2
Wait.
points.
He's got
And
a
you
9.
can do that?
What's
They
your-
can
give him
speak through
decent
your
performance?
frog?
He's got a 9.
I mean, I can just
okay,
kind of
let him go.
frog
It's
it.
3.
I mean,
Okay, but can
My
they?
performance is 3.
It's up to
Persuasion
you guys. You
is
guys pick
9.
who you want. He's got
No.
a good persuasion, low performance, decent, great performance.
my performance is 7, and my persuasion is 7.
Then you're the
Okay, then
one.
you
I'd
win.
say performance. Yeah, go.
Go.
You will play the part of the queen tomorrow. Or whenever during the
Tonight. But until then,
But you had, but so wait, so you
Right.
he has to tell you, or wait, how do you can you put the frog in his control?
I don't know if it works like that, but I can definitely just.
puppet, you can make that frog's mouth move.
Or we could pretend that the goddess has
We'll talk to
telepathy.
you in a little bit.
Let's go to bed. Let's take a nap.
I think we figured it out.
This is not
Can't
gonna
hear
go
her
well.
anymore. I can't hear her
Yeah,
anymore.
the spell's
Yeah.
faded.
So we just all make sleepy gestures towards her.
She leads you back outside of the tent. The guards take you to what you're expecting, like a sleeping place. You're led to a pit,
Probably not.
and you're all kind of like ushered into the pit.
We slept in a mole nest last night.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to Chult.
Sounds like the fire festival.
This is more fun than that.
Super timely.
So you're kind of pushed into this pit, and you're given some modicum of sheets and soft plants to kind of rest against. But you can begin to take a long rest. That'll probably you will come after an 8-hour rest pretty much close to midnight. So you have to sleep now to do it.
Take a
Let's do it.
melatonin.
All right,
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's relatively shaded in this
I'm
interior.
exhausted and near
My
dead. So
circadian rhythms are off.
he will just
Sounds
pass out.
good.
All right, so you guys go ahead and
Play a song of rest.
go
yeah,
for it.
I'm exhausted.
All right, you guys
Take me down
Go
to
to
the
sleep.
paradise, Frog City,
Frog
Frog
City.
King Shitty.
and you're
Oh, take me
in your
down.
dung rung lung sleep pit in preparation for tonight's fake great ritual to summon Nang Nang the goddess. Yeah. And hopefully convince King Grok that she's real.
Okay.
This ain't gonna go well.
and you get a little bit of view. You can see now the large clay temple, the frog structure, is lit up. There are a circle of torches around the outside. It is just a pattern of knotted, intricate lines that just interweave and cover the entire thing. At the very, very top of this shrine temple up the stairs, you can see the corpulent form of King Grok there, just with his arms together, his fingers crossed. The priestess turns.
Now's the time, if ever.